Good morning, students. I am Dr. Sudarshan P, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Beltangadi. Today, we are going to study about the session 12 of Unit 6 of First BCom Second Sem Human Resource Management. The topic for this session is Theories of Leadership. So in the previous sessions, we studied about motivation, theories of motivation and all that. Here we are going to study about theories of leadership. There are different stages for the purpose of learning of these theories of leadership. First one is Great Man Theory, 1840s, Trite Theory, 1930s to 1940s, Behavioral Theories, 1940s to 1950s, Contingency Theories, 1960s. Situational Theory of Leadership, 1960s to 1970s. Participative Theory, 1970s. Transitional Leadership Theories, 1980s. Transformational Leadership Theories, 1980 2000. Skills Theory, at present we are following. Skill Theory, 2000. At present we are following the same. Now we will look into briefly the various theories of leadership. And that first one, great man theory, it is a very old theory as far as leadership is concerned, that is 1840s. The great man theory evolved around the mid 19th century. Even though no one was able to identify with any scientific certainty which human characteristics or combination of were responsible for identifying great leaders. So there is no appropriate parameter which tells us which human characteristics or combination of were responsible for identifying great leaders. So the theory assumes that sometimes leaders are born and in other cases they are all made. Next theory is a Trite theory. The Trite leadership theory believes that people are either born or made with certain qualities that will make them excel in leadership roles. So this theory, Trite means characteristics or qualities of an individual. Trite theory says that to get excel in leadership roles, an individual has to, or individual leader or person has to have some traits or characteristics. That traits may be inborn or it is acquired or made with certain qualities. Born or made born or made traits which help that leader to excel in leadership roles. That is, certain qualities such as intelligence, sense of responsibility, creativity, and other values puts anyone in the shoes of a good leader. So to become a good leader, these traits are necessary. That is intelligence, sense of responsibility, creativity, and other values. Okay. ಸೊ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಂತ ಬಹಳ ಗುಡ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಥಿಯರಿ 1840s ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1840 ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದದ್ದು. ಆನಂತರ ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಂತ 1930s ನಿಂದ 1940s ವರೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಬಳಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೀಡರ್ನ ಟ್ರೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದು ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಬೈ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಆ ತರ ಅದನ್ನ ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೂರನೇದ್ದು ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರಲ್ ಥಿಯರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಡತೆಯ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ನಡವಳಿಯ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳು ಆರ್ ಥಿಯರೀಸ್. ಇದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ 1940s ನಿಂದ 1950s ಅವಧಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು 1940s to 1950s. In reaction to the Trite leadership theory, the behavioral theories are offering a new perspective. So, Trite theory says that there should be some basic traits to get excellence in leadership roles. The behavioral theories are offering a new perspective, one that focuses on the behavior of the leaders as opposed to their mental, physical, or social characteristics. So, behavior of individual leader is important to get excel in leadership roles. That's what told in behavioral theories. ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ನ ನಡತೆ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ತನೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ತನೆ. ನಾಯಕತ್ವದ ವರ್ತನೆಯನ್ನು ಆಧರಿಸಿದ ಥಿಯರಿಗಳು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವನ ವರ್ತನೆ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರೇ ಅವನನ್ನು ಲೀಡರ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಉನ್ನತೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಅವನತಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಂಡ್ he says one that focus on the or behavioral theories are offering a new perspective, one that focus on the behavior of the leaders as opposed to their mental, physical, or social characteristics. After this era, another era in leadership theories emerged that is called contingency theories, 1960s. The contingency leadership theory argues that there is no single way of leading and that every leader style should be based on certain situations. So there are triangle aspect: leader, situation, followers. Leader, situation, and followers. These are the three parties or angles we have to look into to get excellence in leadership styles. So every leader should face such situations, which signifies that there are certain people who perform at the maximum level in certain places, but at the minimal performance when taken out of their element. So when situation has differed, then leaders' capacity to suit that situation may also differ, or performance of leader may also differ. Okay, this is called contingency, that may or may not happen, that there is no certainty about the situational aspects that a leader faces, and therefore his performance or leadership roles ultimately depends on a situation. So he has to follow the situation, and he has to give concern to the followers, and he has to give importance to leadership of his own. Next, fifth one, situational theory of leadership. Actually, this is the era where 1960s, 1970s. Leadership is relative to a particular situation. According to the exponents of this theory, the leadership changes from group to group and from situation to situation. So sometimes in some situations he may be autocratic, some situations he may be laissez-faire, sometimes he is a democratic leader. So leadership assumes different dimensions in different situations. The leadership is exercised in a specific situation consisting of people and a given environment. Again, situation is there, right? Then leader is on the other end, and followers are there in particular end. So he has to strike a balance among these three aspects: situation, leader, and this situation. Next one is participative theory, emerging in the year 1970s. Participative leadership theory suggests that the ideal leadership style is one that takes the input of others into account, or while making decisions, a leader has to get involvement of his subordinates. So participative leaders encourage participation and contribution from group members and help group members to feel relevant and committed to the decision making process. So those leaders who believe in the participative theory or that concept, they make involvement of subordinates or group members while taking decisions, and they will ask these team members to contribute and participate in the decision making process. So this is called participative leadership, participative theory of leadership. Seventh one, transactional leadership theories emerged in 1980s. Transactional theory, also known as exchange theory of leadership, is characterized by transaction made between the leader and the followers. So this theory focuses on the transaction made between the leaders and the followers. Next one is transformational leadership theories 1980s to 2000. The transformation leadership theory state that this process is by which a person interact with others and is able to create solid relationship with results in a high percentage of trust that will later result in an increase of motivation, both intrinsic and extrinsic, in both leaders and followers. So transformation leadership style, where or it is a process by which a person interacts with others, he talks to others, he speaks to others, he gets insight from others and able to create a solid relationship and results in a high percentage of trust. So relationship building, or building long lasting relationship with the followers in a high percentage with the high percentage of trust that will later result in an increase of motivation, both intrinsic and extrinsic, in both leaders and followers. So thereby the earlier theories were transformed, the ideas were transformed in this stage. Next, ninth one, skill theory, 2000 till this day. This theory states that learned knowledge and acquired skills and abilities, learned knowledge and acquired skills and abilities are significant factors in the practice of effective leadership. So, to become an effective leader, one has to learn knowledge and acquire skills and abilities. Skill theory by no means refuses to acknowledge the connection between the inherited traits and the capacity to effectively, but argues that learned skills, a developed style, and acquired knowledge are the real keys to leadership performance. So this theory believes that skills theory by no means refuses to acknowledge the connection between the inherited traits, and that is inborn traits of a leader and the capacity to lead effectively, but argues that learned skills, a developed style, and acquired knowledge are the real keys to leadership excellence or performance. So, this is about skill theory. And other than that, there are many theories belongs to the category that I said so far, right? In some cases, employees are believing production. Bolton and Jones, right? They developed a theory, right? Managerial grid theory. They are telling that 5.5 is the ideal place where leaders are giving importance to people and production. or 5.5, right? On one axis they focus on, or they represent the concern for production. Next axis they represent value for employees. Then it states that if you concentrate more on production, you are really disturbing the employees or discarding the interest of the employees. If you are focusing more on production rather than on human resource in the organization, it discards the value of human resource in the organization. Therefore, proper management or proper balance is to be made as far as leaders' concentration is concerned. That is, how much focus is to be on production and how much focus is on human resource. So he has to trade off between these two so that any person can become an effective leader. So these leadership style I explained here are a broader areas. I just explained the tip of it, right? Tip of iceberg. You have to go into the deeper shell of it by referring the study materials or say textbook on these aspects to get a good grip on these types of leadership theories. So I think I completed these nine theories of leadership that starts from great man theory, trade theory, behavioral theories, contingent theories of leadership, situational theory of leadership, then participative theory of leadership, transitional leadership theories, then transformational leadership theories, then skill theory, right? These theory are normally based on three principles, that is autocratic leadership style, democratic leadership style, free rein or laissez free leadership style. So studying leadership will help you to get some insight about different types of leadership. You can expect a question on this in the examination. Explain briefly the theories of leadership. So you have to go through these points in detail and you have to refer other books so that you can equip it with the full knowledge on the theories of leadership. So I concluding this session, that is session number 12 of unit 6 of human resource management of first BCom second semester. So I hope you will follow the same and do the well. Again, go through the entire explanations that I have made from the beginning of the chapter or session 1 of unit 1 and session 6 of unit 6. You try to understand. I have explained at my level best. Now it is your cup of tea to look into the detailed matters of these issues that we have discussed so far in the 72 sessions of this subject. If you have any doubts or reservation, you can ask the questions by calling me over the phone. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.